No way. I can sell that. Okay. I can sell that. Let's put this on. Oh, nice. There we go. We got that. Oh, nice. And gold, 40 gold, a lockpick, minor magicka, Trollsbane bracers, and an ebony ingot.
Nice job. Anything good?
Actually, yes.
Do you need something?
No. Oh, I can't trade with you right now. You have any blood potions?
Sure thing.
Thank you. Let's drink one. A couple.
This place feel a little uneasy. Let's not stick around here for too long.
We won't. We only need to be here to get those books and then that's it. Hold on. See, it's a vampire. I tend to do this when the lockpicks want to work. Eh. Oh, hi, Starlight. Well,
That's the best you can do.
haha.
Dare to interfere with me?
That ends it.
Out of the way, meat. Until next time.
Have fun. Ah. Oh, and now the books just poof, disappeared and then reappeared. Disaster at Ionith is about the Imperial invasion of Akavir that kind of went sideways.
The tale. I can't imagine living here, or being dead here, or whatever they call it. Ugh.
I do. I love her now. Now that I've got using this Serana dialogue mod, add-on mod, I liked her before as a companion, but that just adds more depth to her. Like, yay. There's nothing else over here except for this guy. 5 gold, lockpick, and some trousers. Troll skull. Ruined books. Mushrooms. I have a mod installed that if I strip the character, like the NPC, if I take like their armor, they're not wearing anything underneath, so I'm not going to do that on video. Okay, I'll check that one.
Someone there?
Have my back, and I'll have yours.
Go, boys! Attack!
Who's there? There they are. Not very impressive.
Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along? I promise I'll help you get out of here. The books? Oh, I see. I thought perhaps... Well, I thought you'd come for me. But yes, the books. The caller will have them. She was most interested in one of the volumes, although not interested enough to keep me from being locked up. Don't you need my help? Well, if you're sure, I'll just be on my way then. Please, do be careful. And thank you.
Serana's wolf is levitating. That's funny. That is kind of hilarious. Hey.
And begin.
Ah, you got frozen for a moment.
Need something?
Okay.
Until next time.
I will. I wish I could get. Hold on. Don't know if this will work. It probably won't. Nope. Okay. Okay, well.
Need something?
No.
All right then.
I wish I could get. I wish I could kind of move her over to that way so she could escape. I'll be back. I like this. I like to think I'll be back for you. I'm gonna kill every mage in this damn place.
corrupted shall fear the day.
Oh, it was just okay. Okay, it was raised zombie.
How can you even move around in that thing? It looks awful to even put on.
What was that?
Who's there? That's enough out of you.
Okay, so we got a Greater Soul Gem, Firebolt.
Who's there?
What was that?
Okay. Yeah, okay, we only need that, not the rest. before we do this.
What is it? I certainly would not let our covers be blown.
Who's there?
Someone there?
There you are.
Oh, really?
Who's there?
Close quarters it is then.
Wow. Well, that was something else.
What is it now? Wait. Shouldn't we be? Quiet.
Huh? Ah!
Stay close to me. We'll take them on. Let me know if you need anything. What is it?
Nothing like a goose chase around the whole damned province. The tale of the great moth priest hunt. Not something I'd want to read. Oh, I see. Let's just keep going.
Serana loves that. Come on. Nope. There we go. Nice, another soul gem.
So, what's inside?
It was about 6 gold and a soul gem. Nope. Compass. Gather on the Mystic. Okay. They stuck a cast iron pot inside of an end table. These mages are idiots. They took a perfectly good cast iron pot and they shoved it inside of a nightstand. Quick roll. Nice.
I can help with whatever needs carrying, you know. You don't look too comfortable. What now? What do you have for me? Perhaps something worthy for my royal arsenal? Well, I'm here if you need me.
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects. How nice to meet you. Names no longer matter. You may refer to me as the Caller. Now, do you have a reason for making such a mess? So you're just one of Arin's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise. You come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I don't think I'll be giving you anything. I'm afraid you don't have anything worth trading. Now, you can go back to your college and leave me be, or I can kill you. Your choice. Oh, now we're all please and thank you, are we? I'm afraid we're well beyond pleasantries. I'll allow you the opportunity to turn around, walk out that door, and never come back. I suggest you move quickly. Are you attempting to threaten me after I've been so hospitable? Well, then you won't be leaving here at all. You're dead. Watch out!
Aelids, or Heartland High Elves, ruled Cyrodiil in the long ages of myths before the beginning of recorded history. One of the earliest recorded dates, in fact, is the fall of White Gold Tower in the First Era 243, which is commonly assumed to be the mark of the end of the Aelids. Although Aelid rule over Cyrodiil was indeed broken in the First Era, this is only one of the most obvious stages near the end of a long decline. The first 2 centuries of the First Era saw increasing strife between the great Aelid lords of Cyrodiil. Alessia appears to have taken advantage of a period of civil war to launch her uprising. Imperial historians have traditionally attributed her victory to an intervention from Skyrim, but it appears that she had at least as much help from rebel Aelid lords during the siege of White Gold Tower. The popular image of the Aelids as brutal slave masters is based in fact, of course, but it is less well known that a number of Aelid princes continued to rule parts of Cyrodiil after 243. As vassals of the new Empress of Cyrodiil, This suggests either the Aelid rule was not universally detested, or that Alicia and her successors were more pragmatic than is traditionally believed, or perhaps some of both. In any event, excavations at a number of Aelid sites show continued occupation and even expansion during the so-called Late Aelid period, First Era 243 to circa 498. At first, many Aelid lords continued to rule as vassals in the new human regime. In some cases, Aelid supporters of Alicia were even rewarded with new lands taken from slain enemies. It is not clear to what extent human slavery continued under the Cyrodiilic Empire. Humans continued to dwell in the Aelid-ruled areas of Cyrodiil, but there is nothing determined to show under what terms. This was an uneasy relationship from the beginning, and was not destined to last long. Resentment at the continued presence of Aelid nobles within the Empire was a contributing factor to the rise of the so-called Alessian Order, founded by Maruk. The first victims of the Alessians were the Aelids of Cyrodiil. In the early 300s, the surviving Aelid communities in human-ruled lands were obliterated one by one, and refugees temporarily swelling the power of the remaining Aelid lordships. Then in 361, the Alessians gained control of the empire and enforced the Alessian doctrines throughout its domain. The Aelid lordships were abolished. Enforcement of this decree does not appear to have required much direct violence. It seems that by this point the balance of power was so overwhelmingly against them, and their fate so long foreshadowed, that most of the remaining Aelids simply left Cyrodiil, eventually being absorbed into the elven populations of Valenwood and High Rock. Indeed, the rise of the Durrani hegemony may be linked to this exodus of Aelids from Cyrodiil, a connection so far little studied by historians. Still, a remnant Aelid population seems to have survived the rule of the Alessians, because we hear of the last king of the Aelids during the Battle of Glenumbria Moors, where the Durranis decisively defeated the Alessians in 482. How this king's people survived the preceding century is unknown. We do not even know who they were, although recent research points to Nenelata as the possible resting place of this last king. Unfortunately, in the current state of the empire, funds are no longer available for proper scientific investigation of such extensive ruins. So the answer to these questions will have to be left to future generations. You know, you could have just given me the books to begin with. Ooh, hey, look, nice. More. Okay. Ooh! Dragon Scale Helmet of Extreme Conjuring.
Do you need something?
Does the air feel heavy down here? Somehow, it's not helping my confidence at all.
I'm no fan of the sun,
But it would be better than this. So, where are we off to now? I mean, as much as anyone. Not a lot. You'd figure a couple 100 years locked away with one would have given me some insight. But no. Lead on.
Okay. Oh.
Skyrim's a pretty big place, and I didn't expect it to be that big.
I still don't see why we had to bring it back here.
The Archmage believed it important. It must be powerful.
We don't know that.
Well,
We don't even know
you're
what it
certainly
is.
no
Where
more
is
than
Orin
anyone else, I
anyway?
don't think. They're a very old order. Predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Psijic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
Okay.
In his quarters with that Thalmor on Kano. Something urgent, it sounded like.
All right, that's enough. Let's return to our business, please.
This better be good. Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these.
Okay.
Fight well.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure
There's
you've
so much
already
magic
noticed
that I
them
can
all.
feel here.
They're quite unlike
It's
anything
great.
we've seen before.
What is it?
Ayleid, Dwemer, Daedric, or even
You know,
Thalmor.
I was
None of
thinking
them
it
were
was
matched.
solitude that got me into
Curious
conjuration,
indeed.
really.
No, I'm not
A
sure that
skeleton
you're
doesn't
quite as
sound
attuned
like
as
great
I am,
company,
given
but,
extensive years of
well,
experience.
I felt very lonely. But hey, not anymore. Thanks to you.
Practically radiates magic.
You too.
It's unlike anything I've felt before.
You.
Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
But
I'm afraid
I
must
can't
retreat.
activate
It
it.
is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
Do you need something?
We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this.
Gravity.
The
It truly is a peculiar thing. This law of the earth bones, or so I've read, dictates how land and people are held in place, and how what comes up must come down. It's generally a simple fact of our reality, but it is nonetheless perplexing to think about. But let's just put that aside for now. There's this other thing that I've been thinking about. Symbolic gravity. I think it is that, in which a sense, weighs us down. It prevents us from truly ascending to our true potential. When mortals, vampires, or any sentient being in Nirn tries to scramble and fight for dominance, power, influence, it really is just vanity in the end, don't you think? If only we understood one another, and not be consumed by these petty squabbles, we could truly ascend into something else. Maybe even Chim. Who knows?
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
Oh, screw you. You jackass. You interrupted me when I was in the middle of a frickin' conversation, so you go walk over that way, idiot. I have to...
Do you need something? You're too sweet. Did you think I would really... Never mind. What now? The Tale of the Great Moth Priest Hunt. Not something I'd want to read. Wait, how about the Tale of the Goose Chase around Skyrim? No, not that either. Let's just get this over and done with. Skyrim's a big place, so it might take some time, to say the least, before we find the priest.
Okay.
Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
You are going to shut the hell up.
So, this must be the main classroom for the college. Kind of expected more tables and chairs, to be honest. But
I know.
At least no one's going to be dozing off in class now.
I know, right? Okay, hold on.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person. I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with. I'm afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some.
I think what the Order did was they took the entire island and phased it out of our plane of existence. I mean, it's still tethered to Nirn, but it's in its own separate dimension. Okay. So, what exactly is the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused.
I know they're Altmer, but I slightly trust the Psijic Order more than I would trust the Thalmor. So, what do you need from me then?
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours. I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Were
what
you
is the
about
meaning
to
of
say
this?
something?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
Gesundheit.
We will see about this.
Hey, even I can get tired every now. So, what's on your mind? Oh, what is it? I've told you this before. Back before I was, you know, trapped in a coffin for who knows how long. The College of Winterhold used to be my first choice whenever I needed guidance in the arcane arts, a historic reference, or a particularly obscure alchemical manual. Unlike a lot of guilds, this one is actually pretty ancient, as old as I am, if not older. It and Winterhold are in a sorry state right now, though, which wasn't the case before. Did you know that Winterhold used to be a much bigger, bustling city? Well, turns out someone's also a bookworm. Winterhold used to be the capital of Skyrim. For centuries, it has rivaled the most prosperous cities of Skyrim. Early in the First Era, the First Empire of the Nord spanned from Skyrim to Nibelheim Valley. Its last monarch, High King Borgus, came from Winterhold. The circumstances of his death are uncertain, but it did coincide with the Wild Hunt.
Bosmer transformation?
Alright, I didn't know you knew that. Winterhold then saw even more disputes and conflict, but the city always came out on top. Then, I wake up a few centuries later to find out that everything is just gone.
Oh, hey, hold on.
What's our next move?
Honestly, I've thought about using illusion magic to make me seem more alive. I just want people to see me as more of an admissible human, not a daughter of Coldharbour. At least I don't have to worry about that around you. You accept me for who I am, and for that, I am grateful.
You're welcome, man.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Has Tolfdir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject. Mm-hmm.
What just happened? Clearly I'm in the dark here, and you know something. What? Did I hear that right? He stopped time. Is there even a spell for that? Well, it also could explain your first talk with them in Sarthal. What did he say this time?
The orb from Sarthal is dangerous now. We should seek this Augur of Dunlane. I'm a vampire.
The professors scatter all these
Of course I'm pale. Where is the bin?
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Can you tell me anything more?
Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else. He was a brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident. Do you remember what I first told you? About how not being able to control magic could destroy you? I didn't simply mean it could kill you. The Augur's accident is another very real type of a life destroyed.
It's like,
been described as
stop pushing me, Sarana.
I can't imagine it was intentional. Something must have gone wrong, and he ended up in the state he's in now, fused to the energies that flow through the college. I've never felt it appropriate to ask him about how that must feel. Or I suppose, if he can feel at all.
And then she sits in Tolfdir's chair. That's freaking... Oh my god, that's hilarious. You stole his seat, hun.
The key to wards is that they take time to charge. Not long, but you can't start casting with a fireball coming at you. Also, if your ward isn't negated by an incoming spell, it will recharge itself after a moment or two. Just be careful. Casting wards requires constant concentration, and you can easily find yourself drained of your magical reserves.
Okay.
What's our next move?
Now that I think of it, there is. What brings you to Skyrim?
I want to see her reaction to this.
Ugh. You do know that you're going to have to sell your soul for these artifacts, right? Sure, they're powerful, but there's a catch. On the other hand, I sadly think my fate was sealed long ago. But hey, at least when I get to Coldharbour, I can stick it to Molag Bal.
I think you and me both.
Do you need something? Well, I do admire their fondness for the sea, as pirates, sailors, or adventurers of the open waters. I used to read stories and great tales of Redguard pirates, from the shores of Stros Mackay to the farthest reaches of the Abetian Sea. Especially the daring adventures of Jaik Talonwood. He was a little childhood hero of mine. So what do you say? Would you like to sail the open seas in pursuit of fame and the rarest treasures? I was kind of just playing around, but I like your enthusiasm. Maybe we should set sail for the coasts of Hammerfell sometime. After we're done with everything here in Skyrim.
I would love that. I would love it if somebody could do a mod where it was just Serana and I going to Hammerfell at High Rock to a broom and leather strips in a bucket. Okay. These are the type of totems you see in Reachman-held areas, like for the Forsworn. It almost makes you wonder if a student here at one point was part of them, but wanted to like get away from that lifestyle for a moment before being forced back home. And that goes to the Hall of Countenance.